Hi everybody and welcome to A-Level Sociology. Today I'm just going to introduce you a little bit more to sociology and give you a little bit of information of what the course entails. But before I do that, I'd just like to introduce you to the rest of the team. As you'll see there, top right, that's Asma, she's the head of social sciences. My lovely voice is actually Sarah, course leader for sociology, and then you'll see to our left we've got Shannon, Sadia and Uma, who are also our A-level sociology teachers. So what is sociology? I know many of you probably haven't studied this at GCSE, and you don't need to worry at all because this is a subject that's usually brand new to everybody. But in a nutshell, as you can see, sociology is the study of society and of people and their behaviour. So what we're interested in is looking at a lot of the various institutions that may have an impact on people's future opportunities. Now you're probably wondering, when I say institutions, what on earth are those? But don't worry, in sociology, again, these are things that we're going to go through in a lot more detail. But institutions are things like the education system, religion, the media, also the criminal justice system, and we're looking at all of these very critically in sociology. So there you can see some of the questions that we'll be looking at. You know, is the education system equal and fair for everybody? Do we all have the same chance, or are there certain groups who have an advantage? How about religion? Are people still religious today? I mean, think about what's currently happening at the moment. Many more people are now downloading the Bible online. Have we now got a resurgence in religiosity? And of course, you've got the ideas of the police, the criminal justice system. Are they lenient towards women or others from particular backgrounds? Here you can just see a little bit of an overview in relation to how the course is actually broken down. And as you can see, there are 3 different papers that you'll sit in sociology. That's quite common across the board now with it being linear. And there you can also see that each paper carries the same amount of weight, 80 marks per paper, as well as a 2-hour exam for each. Over the course of the 2 years, these are some of the skills that you're going to develop in sociology. There you can see you're going to develop the ability to become a critical thinker. There'll be quite a lot of debates involved, which will improve your verbal, written communication skills, as well as working together as a team, the ability to judge and evaluate evidence, giving logical arguments, because a lot of this course is looking at things, like I've said before, with a critical eye. Here you can see a range of activities that we like to do in sociology, ranging from your booklets, documentaries, as well as doing trips and visits to various religious settings. The last one that we did was to the Scientology Museum. Now, with sociology being such a broad subject, there are so many jobs that you can go into after studying this. There, of course, you've got the obvious one of teaching, but working within the community, whether it's a youth worker, police, probation officer, maybe also social work, counselling, as well as also going into the media, marketing, reporting, international development as well. What I'd like you to do now is watch this short clip from Anonymous. And then we're going to have a little bit of a think about the education system before I go over the final task for you.
Another thing we should warn you about, it's the educational system. The school, it's a place where you will spend most of your life till you turn 18. The goal of this institution is to dumb you down. During your youth, you will feel curious about the world. You will ask yourself many questions, and you will have an insatiable craving for learning. You will have the potential to become an artist, a wise human being, but that is something the elites don't want you to become, and therefore, they will place you in the indoctrination system, where you will be kept busy, learning irrelevant things, to ensure that by the time you are an adult, you don't of how the world works. You will be so ignorant that you won't even realize that you are being exploited before your eyes. So dear future generations, you will definitely be idiots. If you only have learned what has been taught to you in the schools, unless you do research by yourselves, you will be ignorant creatures who will destroy themselves.
But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable.
So are they right? Do we actually need to change the education system? I mean, if we look there, the images, there's nothing's much changed from 1930 to 2003 in some classrooms, the way that they're laid out. Maybe it is the fact that we're all being taught the same thing and we don't have enough freedom to be more creative. And when we do look at education, we'll look at these perspectives from an interactionist to a postmodernist perspective, also looking at how your traditional Marxists still think that the education system is there to benefit the rich. So that's it, guys. That's sociology for you. But before you go, we'd just like to leave you with a little bit of a task. This is something that I'd like you to do over the summer holidays to get you thinking a little bit more sociologically. What's your opinion now? What do you think about our own society? Is it corrupt? You know, are Anonymous right with what they're saying in that video? What I'd like you to do is go away, research this particular question, and consider some of the followings to support your view of whether or not you feel society is corrupt. So, do politicians lie? That's a good one to start with, especially with what's been going on in the news to do with how the politicians have dealt with certain things with coronavirus. There's lots that you can get currently about that issue, but also lots of other stuff you'll be able to find on the internet. How about, is society racist or sexist? Again, there's so much happening at the moment. Think about Black Lives Matter. You could use some of that information. Also, we can look at the rich. Are they getting away with a lot more compared to the poor? Are the poor targeted a lot more in society? And then, of course, thinking about Anonymous and the education system. Do you think it's outdated? Do we maybe need to take a different approach to education in this day and age? And then finally, have a think about these two in red. Do we need a revolution? Is that what's going to sort out the corrupt society if you think it is corrupt? And if so, how would you change things? What things might you add to society? Well, I hope you've all enjoyed today's session in sociology and have a wonderful summer. Take care. We'll see you in September. Bye.